The time had finally come for another family bus adventure. It seems like we've used this thing a lot more than we have. Maybe that's because we've been building in it, creating in it, and taking it on a couple of adventures. But really, this was our second all-family overnight camping trip. So Aaron and I have done 2 overnights in it, and now this would be the family's second time. We headed east towards the Allegheny National Forest, and actually a little south of that, we were headed to the Clarion River Scenic Campground. If you're familiar with the Cook Forest area in Pennsylvania, we were going to be just a little bit east of there. We received a tip from a friend who had been there on Memorial Day weekend, and so this was the week of July 4th, and we were headed there a couple days before the holiday. You see the kids taking in the sights as we cruise down the road, hopefully building core memories that they'll carry with them forever. But regardless, we were having a great time, enjoying the views, the forests, the summer temperatures, and the chance to get out in the adventure bus. This here is just a little south of Tionesta, Pennsylvania, crossing the mighty Allegheny River, a space that we have camped on, kayaked, pretty beautiful sight, and a pretty awesome bridge. Along the way, we decided to make a quick pit stop for a natural spring that Aaron and I are aware of. This is somewhere between Tionesta, Pennsylvania and Oil City, Pennsylvania on Route 62. And every time we've stopped at this spot, fresh spring water has been coming out of the side of this mountain. So we decided what better place to get some water for our camping trip.
It's cold, isn't it? Yep. Wow, that gets heavy. All right. You go get the empty jugs and we'll fill those up and we can keep on moving.
Does it taste good?
And just like that, we were back on the road, cruising towards Clarion, Pennsylvania, and the Clarion River. If you haven't yet, we'd love it if you'd like and subscribe to our channel as we keep building this YouTube thing and having fun with it. We adventure hard, and we're also trying to share it in a really fun way. Here is a view of the Clarion River Campground. There's a lot to take in there, but we actually ended up finding out there are 27 primitive campsites that are all free. And when we got there, 100% of them were taken. So if you wonder why we titled this video, "What do you do when everything goes wrong?" Now you know. We planned to snag a free campsite. There was no free campsite. We were 3 hours away from home. We were starving. We stopped to just make lunch and figure out what are we going to do. And we ultimately decided that this large parking area would work for a campsite. So we set up shop, including the Thunderbox, and we just called this home for the night. And honestly, it was absolutely epic. Check out this walkway down to the water. This is the Clarion River, feeding into larger waters for the Clarion River. And this eventually flows west until it lands in the Cook Forest State Park area.
How deep does it get, boys? Nice. What, love? What's up?
If you're wondering another reason we call this video When Everything Goes Wrong, these are pictures from the drone. The only problem is they were videos from the drone. But on this trip, I crashed the drone a second time in that week and corrupted the files. So any video that I shot with the drone this week was lost. Some of it was salvaged in the form of pictures. So now we're up to strike 2. No campsite and a compromised drone.
Hey, this'll work, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
There's something. Is that a person's?
Look at that big rock down there. I kind of want to walk down that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't think it's deep enough to jump off.
Dad, I want you to get in so Bear will get in.
Why do you want Bear to get in?
Hey, Bonesy, what you doing? He got himself out in the middle. Bones. Careful, Tweety. Oh, you
Bear
okay?
is much more a snow dog than he is a water dog, but he's figuring it out. And he's here for 100% of the adventures.
Good job, buddy.
Whoa.
I'll give him $50 if he catches a fish with that stick and string. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
I thought you would like hit a rock.
Woo!
Go, Bones, go. Go,
Come on,
Bonesy.
So we were just there to have a great time. We found an awesome spot. Anderson was insistent that he wanted to try to catch a fish with just some line that we found in a tree tied to a stick. You may have heard it, but I said I'd give him $50 if he could pull that off. We can't catch a fish with a rod and a reel and good bait. I went and got a rod and reel and some good bait, and still no luck. But we were having fun. We were catching sunshine, enjoying the water, and trying our hardest to catch a fish. We actually saw 2 fish, maybe about 6 inches in length, and they were just playing games with us. They were swimming right by our bait. They were swimming fast around the rocks. They were having all sorts of fun. 0 luck for the Lindblad 7 catching fish.
That one. Next one over. Just get on and I'll tell you where to jump.
Couldn't quite take the leap.
Didn't want to jump in. Jump where the water's rippling right there. Nope. Nope. Towards me. Right there. Right there. Jump. Cannonball. Yeah, cannonball. I make no promises.
One by one, we gave up on fishing and headed back into the water.
Jump on the boulder. You'll figure it out. What are you doing with your crock? Anderson, what are you doing with your crock? Why? Go, Bear, go. Get him, Bear.
All right, well, then we headed back up to the bus and the parking area that we were turning into a campsite and put together the biggest tent that we have. Instead of bringing the Xterra this time, we decided to do overflow into a large tent. So Anderson and I slept in here while Aaron and the 4 other kids slept inside the bus. Then we made a little makeshift fire pit and got to work cooking up some dinner. We really struggled getting a good fire going. We had a lot of smoke and a lot less fire, and that made cooking very challenging. It made relaxing around the fire very challenging. But we did our best.
Where is he? Okay.
Dinner was simple on this night, and we just had a good time hanging out and enjoying the evening. And there's another picture of what was a video of the bus with the drone. After dinner, we headed back down to the water for a little bit more fun, a little bit more water time. Super enjoyable. This was the perfect amount of listening to the babbling brook while you relaxed by the fire or relaxed on the bus or got ready to go to sleep that night. It was just awesome. For not being a campsite, this was a pretty epic campsite. Aaron did not want to get back in the water, but I know the right things to say to challenge her to do so. And just like that, we were jumping in the water together.
Look out, boy. Look out, we're jumping. On three?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, jump.
1, 2, 3, and then jump, or 1, 2, jump on
No,
top?
1, 2, 3, jump.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3, jump on it.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Yes, ma'am! We didn't find the deep spot. I think
No,
it's
I hit my elbow on a
You
rock.
okay?
I'm fine.
well, how is it? But it was so deep on you.
I think it was a little further out.
Oh, wow.
There
No.
are like places where it gets deep.
Feels good, doesn't it? Down to your neck, down to your neck.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Down to your neck.
Get to your neck.
Down to your neck.
Woo!
Stay under to your neck.
Bear, get in.
Come on, Bonesy. Get in, Bonesy. Come on,
Come
Bonesy.
on, Bunty! Jump in too to make a real sway.
Where was that deep spot? I thought there was maybe bottom.
Dad, the best jumping rock's that one.
That's deeper?
I doubt it.
Go to your neck. How you doing, girl? You like it?
Nope! I'm gonna get him kissing and all.
A nice rock to just sit on.
Did you record that?
Yep. Oh man! Maybe I should have listened to you, Anderson.
Come on, Bonesy. Come on.
Come on, Bear. Go, 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 pop it. Go, go, go. Come on, Bear.
Bonesy, come here. Come here.
Go.
What you're gonna do.
Pop it, pop it. Pop it, pop it.
Come on.
For the video.
For the video, Bonnie.
Yeah, bye.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Oh, is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
I'll get him a towel.
Shake it off, Bonesy.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Oh, shake it off.
Hey, that's probably along in the video.
Well, if you can't tell, we let Preston do some filming on that last one. One of the things I love about going this deep into the woods is your phone really just turns into a camera. No cell service, no ability to communicate outside of your little bubble. It was pretty great. After that evening dip, we went back up to the fire, got things going again, and had some awesome s'mores. We've been having a lot of fun trying different combinations of things for s'mores.
Modern technology.
I will say
So on this trip, we decided to go with Oreos, marshmallows, a banana, and I actually added a Reese's and Biscoff cookie. It was awesome. And just like that, the kids were in bed. We stayed up next to the evening campfire until it was dark enough, and we called it a night. Hopefully you can hear the birds here the next morning, as well as that awesome river rushing down below. Not a bad morning. Again, this was drone video that turned into drone pictures. That was 100% on me. I screwed that up and corrupted the SD card. We then fought for the fire to be a fire again and not a smoke. It didn't go great, but it went good enough. The kids were getting quite sick of it. And so if you're keeping score at home, we had to make up a campsite. I crashed the drone twice. The fire didn't want to be a fire, it wanted to be a smoke. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, our GoPro is still acting up and not recording. It's going constantly into SD error. I think it was compromised by moisture. And so these videos are actually shot entirely on our 2 iPhones. Overall, super impressed with what we were able to pull off with 2 iPhones and a compromised drone. But I'm definitely learning. I got to take this more seriously and screw around a lot less. So the learning curve continues. After I messed around with the fire long enough, I headed in, started working on coffee, breakfast, bacon, eggs. We were going to do some pretty awesome breakfast sandwiches, and you can't do that without a pretty great cup of coffee.
Bennett and Anderson are the only 2 that wants to come. 3, 2, 1.
And it wouldn't be a Lindblad 7 adventure without getting in water that feels too cold in temperatures that feel too cold. The air was probably 55 to 60 degrees on this morning. It later got to around 80 degrees. But in the morning, 55 to 60.
You're already almost halfway.
You're peeing? Well, I'll warm you up. It's not that bad. Oh, good morning, Vietnam.
You only have about 15 seconds left.
How much do we have left?
About 15.
Longest 15 seconds of our life. Oh.
Now they're coming down. Woo, who's going to submerge?
All right, that's 1 minute. Anderson did.
You're gonna?
You're so brave. Whoa, yeah.
Morning, Vietnam.
Look at those Viking men.
I don't want a towel.
Oh, okay.
Coffee round 2 after a pseudo polar plunge. It's not cold enough to call it a polar plunge, but the air's cold, probably 50, 55 degrees up here in the mountains. And the water was chilly, so we're calling it a polar plunge. Coffee round 2. Bear's taking it all in. Got a little bit of sunshine coming through the windows, and got our little Polaroid collection started here from different adventure days. These were from last night here at this spot. And then we got a couple over here from our adventure day video. So, having fun.
Well, in the spirit of being an idiot and crashing the drone again, I put it in sport mode and carefully flew it all the way to the entrance of this epic, what would this be? I don't know. Tunnel? The road is above this. And I got the drone into here, and then I kind of lost my bearings and it hit this wall and fell right here. So I didn't even make it very far. And really my only goal was to be able to turn it around. Oh, that's cool, look at that bird's nest. My only goal was to be able to turn it around and come right out, but I got too close to this wall the wing clipped it and it was done. I think it's fine. I'll know here in a little bit. I'll give it a try. I pulled it all apart and I'm letting it dry out. But I got to be more careful with that thing. It's way too fun and way too useful of a tool to keep taking risks like that. So all good. All's well that ends well. It was still recording when I picked it up out of the water, so I feel pretty good about it. I think it's going to be okay.
The drone is okay. The footage was not.
What are you guys doing?
Hiking. Yeah, up here. Let's do it up on this corner. We want the sumac land. Poison sumac. Dad, we saw poison.
As we packed up, the kids hiked around, had fun, and then it was time to hit the road. This was the only sliver of a Pennsylvania map I could find in my stack of maps, but it did happen to have the roads we were on. So we pulled off of our leveling rocks and headed north towards Marionville, Pennsylvania, with our Thunderbox contents tied to the back of the bus till we could find a dumpster. This road took us out of the Clarion River Scenic Campground area, brought us up to the Lolita Recreation Area, and ultimately to Marionville, Pennsylvania, where we then headed back south towards the Cook Forest State Park. When I got home, I did some research and realized there were roads that were much more direct that connected these two. And this is why I do copious amounts of research before I go on adventures. On this one, I just took a buddy's pin and followed it, and it definitely cost me some time in the driver's seat, which Bear didn't mind at all, as you can see here. But I learned my lesson, and I will definitely continue to be a research fanatic as I chase adventure. So this is the entrance to Cook Forest State Park, an absolutely awesome area where you can float this entire river from Clarington to the Cook Forest State Park office. And the road snakes right alongside the river. So we loved showing the kids this and just enjoying the view. This was on the 4th of July, so there was a ton of people floating the river, which was super cool. This was fairly early, probably 11 a.m., but it was fun to just see everybody out there enjoying their freedom, enjoying their country, enjoying the wilderness. Again, you see me filming entirely with my iPhone, but all in all, it worked out pretty good. Another fun thing to do if you've ever been to Cook Forest is go check out the fire tower. So after a 1.5 mile ride through the woods back to an old fire tower, there's a bit of a parking area, a couple of restrooms, and some awesome trails. And then also, as you may have guessed, the fire tower, which you can climb. So that was super cool to show the kids. Aaron and I had not been to that part of Cook Forest State Park in probably 7 or 8 years. So it was super fun to come back with the whole crew in our adventure bus and get to experience it in an entirely new way.
Not too shabby. Cook Forest Fire Tower. Just making a little exploration of the day. Having some fun. It's busy, but not too busy. So, gonna make a little lunch, gonna do a little hike. Hopefully gonna fly the drone. We shall see. That's the tower, yeah.
Where's the tower?
Go out on this rock.
Can you go up there? What? What? We might not be able to go up there. Is this kind of like Rock City? Yeah, it is. Like a mini rock.
These are tiny compared to Rock City.
So the kids have only experienced the Rock City video. So of course they were very curious as to whether or not this was like Rock City, which this was like Diet Rock City. As you've seen in that video, the rocks were just huge compared to this little slice of Cook Forest. I stayed on the ground with Bear, and Aaron and the kids headed up the fire tower to experience all that it was.
Would they give her off? Yeah. Sometimes if they have a stop. Hold on, let me get. August, do not lean in any way.
Yeah, it's like a panorama. What's a panorama? Or high.
Who's a little afraid?
Yeah.
Really?
Mom, can you get more?
Here, hold on one sec, guys. We're gonna come down it, and then you can come up to the top. How about that?
And just like that, they were coming back down. Pretty cool experience. A couple of nervous Nellies, but overall, they were pretty happy with it. As you can imagine, it's a little shaky. It's an old fire tower, but I'm sure it's inspected, and I'm sure it's safe. After that, we headed back to the bus, and it was time to empty out this cooler. One of the things we've realized is we can only get away for about 24 hours because we fill this cooler and a basket full of food, and within 24 hours, it is all gone, 100%. We got a big crew, and we eat big. But this was a perfect spot to make lunch happen and just hang out,
Hey, don't you be barking.
keep the adventure going.
This is how you do it right here. Set up shop, own the moment. Hard to beat.
All right, well, before we left, Preston and I headed back over to grab a free map and figure out how far it was to go check out the Seneca Trail and the Seneca Rocks. Not the West Virginia Seneca Rocks, but still some pretty cool rocks.
Hey, go over to the black place
Seltzer.
This was a little bit more like Rock City, and the kids were definitely loving it. But there's a lot of foot traffic through here, so it's pretty beaten down and still quite a bit different than our experience at Rock City.
Oh wow, how's this going? You know what they call this?
This is about as natural as a playground can get, though.
Is he up there now, AC? Is AC up there? Bennett, no, don't go further down.
Wait, is the only goose on here?
You don't want to go in there? You get claustrophobia.
I think if that fell, I would die.
For sure. No doubt.
It's dripping water. It's cold in there.
That cave system somehow. Maybe not. I don't know, it's hard. Oh, right there. There's the entrance.
There?
Don't you think?
No, there. It's there.
Oh yeah, look at that. You want to do it from the top?
Yeah, let's go in.
Hey, you're not going in with a seltzer can in your hand.
What is that?
I think it is.
Yeah, that's it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Wow. This is wild.
You'd step on the
Hey, Goose, slow down. Yeah, imagine if you came running down this and didn't know there was that hole there.
You want to do it? I could video you.
No, it's okay. I don't really want to.
That far.
I just want to know. Oh, yeah, I can see daylight. Is Mom coming here? Slow down. There's a big hole. There's a gigantic hole.
Well, that was enough of that. My anxiety was starting to get the best of me. So we headed back to the bus, we loaded up, and we headed for home. Pretty awesome experience to be out with the family, enjoying the bus, enjoying nature. It's definitely taking us places we wouldn't have gone otherwise, and we're getting to stay there for even longer. So we're super grateful. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.